I finished reading this on New Year's Eve, and what a fantastic way to finish out the 2015 reading year. I'm slightly bummed I already filmed my best and worst of 2015 before I finished reading this one, because it would have taken the place of hopeless, because wow, it was just so good. First of all, let's stop and appreciate that cover. It's stunning. Definitely cover crush worthy. As always, I avoided spoilers on this like the plague, and I'm so glad I did. Right before I picked it up, I heard someone say it had a twist they weren't expecting. So as I started it, I knew there would be a twist, and I thought I knew what was going to happen, because I do watch a lot of Hallmark Channel. Quite a bit, let's be real. But nope, I was completely not expecting either of those twists. The first twist I figured out just 2 pages shy of the reveal, and the final one I was almost upset because I was thinking it was going to be left open with a huge plot hole. Instead, Hoover waited until the last minute, and it worked out so much better than I could have imagined. So what is this book about? Auburn Reed has lost everything important to her. In her fight to rebuild her shattered life, she has her goals in sight, and there is no room for mistakes. But when she walks into a Dallas art studio in search of a job, she doesn't expect to find a deep attraction to the enigmatic artist who works there, Owen Gentry. For once, Auburn takes a chance and puts her heart in control, only to discover that Owen is keeping a major secret from coming out. The magnitude of his past threatens to destroy everything Auburn loves most, and the only way to get her life back on track is to cut Owen out of it. To save the relationship, all Owen needs to do is confess, but in this case, the confession could be more destructive than the actual sin. In her magnificent and exceptional style, Colleen Hoover delivers once again a deeply moving story about how true love and family are the ties that can never be broken. This had me on the edge of my seat for the entire time I read it. I just kept wanting to know what's next, what's next. Told from dual perspectives, you're able to see what's happening from both Auburn and Owen. The plot does not always follow a linear plot line, but it is easy to keep up with, and I was never confused. I fell in love with Auburn, her strength, and her weakness. Owen was just such a great guy. Owen is an artist, so there was that added artistic element of the paintings and the confessions, and I wish that I could have gotten more of those because they were so interesting. Knowing the confessions came from real people just added an additional element of intrigue. Artistic extraordinaire Danny O'Connor knocked it out of the park with the paintings featured in Confess. I love that they were pictured in the text as well as inserted as full-page color. This story makes you feel so many things: the good, the bad, the exciting, and even the heartbreaking. When Auburn cried, I did too. This book touched me to my core. I rated this an obvious 5 stars, and I absolutely cannot wait to read more from Colleen Hoover. She hasn't disappointed me yet.